I'm a designer and this is what's on my iPhone 15 Pro Max. Today, I'll be walking you through the different accessories, different apps, focus modes, settings, and shortcuts I use to maximize my iPhone. Place timestamps down below if you guys are interested in any specific part. But yeah, now let's first get into what's on my iPhone. In my case, this is just from Shopee. Honestly, it was super cheap. I picked this because one, it's thin and light. Number two, it's clear, so it really shows off the natural titanium color from the iPhone 15 Pro Max. And number three, the pattern is giving Rimowa. And see, I also have a mini mirror here. It comes in handy when I take like 0.5 selfies, Gen Z. I have a MagSafe compatible case, and this just allows me to easily attach my MagSafe accessories like my Snap tripod stand from Moft. And I love that they sent me this because it makes vlogging so much easier because I can easily snap and fold it. And aside from this, I also have a MagSafe compatible power bank from Moft as well to get like an 80% full charge to my phone. It's enough for me because I'm not really outside the whole day and I really hate wires, so I have another power bank that can directly connect to my phone because it's already USB-C. Ta-da! But I love these three because it just helps me reduce all the space that takes up in my bag. And if you haven't noticed, I do have a privacy screen protector here on my phone because I am a very nosy person and I know other people around me are too. I also have this phone strap for when I'm traveling or hiking, and it just saves me all the hassle and time from getting my phone out of my pocket or bag. Every time I want to take a picture or video, I link all these accessories down below if you guys want to buy it as well. Next part of the video, my lock screen, and I actually have 5 focus modes, but I'll talk more about those later. And here's just my standard one. I don't know why, but landscape wallpapers always make me feel so calm, so this one's just from Pinterest. But widgets is my favorite thing ever that came to the iOS. First, I have a reminders widget because I always forget what I need to do. So I like that it's already here on the screen, like the text. And next to that is a countdown widget. In 5 days and counting, I'm gonna have my 4th hike of the year. And just having this makes me feel happier and more excited to get through each day. In iOS 18, I love that you can customize these 2 buttons down below because I rarely use the flashlight. But here on my right, I will always have the camera button so that I'm ready to vlog and take pictures anywhere. It's just this on the left that I customize based on the focus mode. So for my standard one, I just have my notes app, random bursts of creativity or ideas. So I like to be ready and jot them down as fast as I could on my notes app. But first, let's get into my side widgets. I just have a medium-sized Google Calendar widget here to give me like a mini brief of what's gonna happen in my day because I like to use calendar for time blocking my agenda. Below that, I just have the different lists I have for my reminders app. Next to that, I have the battery life of my gadgets, and under that is just the time I've spent on my gadgets so that I can get conscious and stop doom scrolling. I also have an easy access device controller for all of my smart devices, aka my LED lights and smart plugs that controls my electric fan and bedside lamp upstairs on my bed. And I like to buy all of my smart devices in one brand called Tapu, so that way I can just easily control all of them in one app. And I never really got the hype for smart devices until I bought my own. Now for my home screen, I like to keep my background and apps minimal too because I get overwhelmed. So I only have 2 pages, and the first has all of my most used apps and the second are just widgets I prefer to use every day. I work from home, so majority of my time I spend sitting. On top that shows how much I've moved, as well as my Strava activity for the week. My Strava is private, but I like to track my workouts here. I also like supporting my friends and liking their activities in return because it just gives me like a boost of motivation. I set my widget stacks to smart rotate so that way I can also get to see my other widgets every now and then underneath. So I might forget that they exist if they're stuck in one view. But yeah, under the Strava activity is an app called Daily Bean, and I've been using this religiously for the past literally 7 months, guys. I love tracking my mood and activities. Like, this is the best app for that personally for me because you get to really customize it based on your lifestyle. So I set it to track my mood, the weather, my feelings I've had throughout the day, people I spent the day with, how was work, and what else I did for that day. And I can even add like 3 pictures. So I'm a very sentimental person. This app is so perfect for me because I get to remember what happened with just the icons and categories. But I also have the option to write down my thoughts if I'm in the mood to brain fart. Moving on, I also have a Google News widget, so it would serve as a reminder to read the news and get educated. I do appreciate getting news highlights here. Every few hours it refreshes. And now going back to the first page, honestly, these two first widgets are like mostly for aesthetic. They're still functional in a way that it gives me access to my Files app. All my gadgets are Apple, so I pay for the 200 GB iCloud storage. I mainly use it to sync my YouTube files and screenshots. This other widget is a custom one from Widgetsmith, and they're basically 4 action buttons. These are for the apps that I don't often need but would still like to be in the home screen. So this one just redirects me to the Find My iPhone, and then the one on the left is for my Health app, and then the download button is for the App Store, and finally my voice memos because I do like recording stuff for my Reels or YouTube videos. Moving on to my actual functional widgets. First is the calendar again, but it's the Apple calendar this time, so I can clearly see each time-bound event. But I actually prefer to use Google Calendar, so I just synced it to my Apple calendar in the settings so that my deadlines will still appear, putting every single event and deadline I have for both my work, my 9 to 5, and my personal life and YouTube. I use the calendar a lot to time block my agenda each day along with the reminders app. And this way I can access my to-do list wherever I am because it's on the cloud. I talked more about this as well in my time management video, but I just categorized my tasks per area of my life, which also helps me organize it based on my focus mode. Now for the rest of my apps, these are actually arranged based on its importance. So here on top are things that I don't really want myself to reach for. We have Grab, and I try not to use it because food deliveries and car rides are so expensive lately. And then Maya, mainly because I use it to invest some of my money. And then Clue is to track my period. It's very accurate, by the way. I've been using it for years. Then Shopee, aka my wallet's weakness. I buy almost everything there. And then on the second row of apps, I have Pinterest. I love getting outfit and design inspiration there. But occasionally, I do post, and some of it have trended. So, oh my gosh. Pinterest is kind of fun. And then I use my Notes app religiously alongside Google Calendar and reminders. This has almost all of my ideas for work, content, and random things I need to remember. It's categorized as well. Next, I have Waze as an option for driving routes, but I ultimately prefer Google Maps because it has better routes, and I also like to use this to keep lists of places I want to go to or places I need to remember, and even parking spaces. So it's all in one. These little cute icons when you view the map, and it's super cute and super convenient. So Google Maps all the way. Then on the final row, I have GCash and BPI for cashless payments when I'm out, settings, messages, Safari, the usual, and Skin Station app. I use it to buy and book my facial appointments. I only have 2 app folders here. First just has all of my most used editing apps. So Unum, I use this to plan my Instagram feed occasionally, that I can like put notes for ideas of what to post on Instagram. Then next, I have Lightroom if I want to color grade my pictures. CapCut if I want to edit reels on the go. I prefer using my laptop for editing, heavy duty editing. So these are just in case. And then Dazcam also has some pretty cool retro filters for both video and photo. Superimpose if I want to make a quick collage or quick edit on my phone for Instagram. Then Lens Buddy, I haven't used this in a while, but it's pretty convenient if I want to take self-timer photos. I prefer this than the native camera app. And then the last 2 are apps I use to control my cameras, so my Sony camera and my Insta360 Go 3. And the last folder just has all of my social media and messaging apps. You already know, but follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I've been posting more short form content on there for you guys. Now these 4 apps down below would be the essentials no matter what focus mode I'm in. And number 1, I have phone, honestly, to just call my family. And number 2, I'm on Spotify every single day, jamming to music or listening to podcasts. So I have a playlist for every mood I'm in if you guys are interested, and follow my playlist. I work hard on them. No one cares. Next, we have photos. I super hate the newly designed iOS 18 Photos app. It's so ugly and messy, so cluttered. I hate that it's all just one vertical arrangement. You get it? Unlike before, it was like 2 columns, so it's perfectly organized. Luckily, we can still customize it a bit when you scroll all the way down and you can edit the things you would see. So I only kept my pinned collections for easy access to my favorites, maps, screenshots, as well as my albums, media types, and utilities. I removed all the unnecessary details and AI suggested material that would clutter my Photos app. So I could breathe a little, but yeah, it's still ugly. Then next, we have the camera, the number one reason why I bought the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I wasn't planning to buy a new phone this year, but when I tried my friend's iPhone 15 Pro, her camera was so good, especially the zoom. Like, it was so high quality. So best believe I got the Pro Max version, and I have it set to record videos at 40K 30 FPS so that it's higher quality than my previous one, and then an option to film at log so that I can edit the colors more, but I rarely use it to save storage. Then my exposure or brightness for videos is permanently set at -0.7, but for photos it's at -0.3 because I don't really like photos or videos that are too bright, so I adjusted it a bit. And I also have Pro RAW turned on for photos as an option, but again, I have my Sony camera for photos and videos that are raw. So my phone is more for daily vlogging or shorts and reels. For most of the time, my phone looks like this, but I do like to utilize the different focus modes to get into a certain zone. And I have 4. So first, we have work mode. Through the settings, I have this automatically launch every single weekday from 9 to 12 noon and then 1 to 6 p.m. so that I have a little lunch break. I just have my calendar widget so that I know what I need to do next. And one tip, actually, hold down to press it, because I actually customized it to only show my work calendar. Like, I have different calendars. I separated it per area of my life, so this one only shows my work calendar so that I'm not distracted by other things. And then I have a shortcut widget to open my Gmail and Slack, which is my messaging platform at work. I also replaced my flashlight button with a color filter shortcut, so it turns my whole screen to black and white, because I'm trying to cut down my screen time and I get distracted so easily. So I heard that having less colors on your screen just makes you want to use your phone less. And then now for my home screen, I try to keep it minimal, free of distractions. And I just have a huge ass notes widget here because, as I said, I like to use this app for brain dumping ideas for work. Also got Forest here down below as a Pomodoro timer when I can't really focus and get off my phone. So this just helps me not use my phone. Then the usual work apps, reminders, Google Meet, our app for timing in and out for work, Slack, iCloud files, and Google Drive for storage. The next page just has the rest of the Google Suite apps because we like to use that for work when submitting. I have a large widget of the Apple Calendar app, but this time it's in a list view. Love that I can customize the views of my calendar. Here I get to see the agenda I set today for work. And now moving on to sleep mode. My screen is automatically free of distractions because it's all black. I have a sleep schedule set every single day via the health app, so I customized my alarms for the weekend and weekdays, however time I want to wake up. And then in the settings, I also set it to automatically launch all my apps and widgets in dark mode. And then another automation is I set it to turn off silent mode so that my ringer is on and I'll be able to hear my alarms in the morning, because I used to not hear it and I would wonder why, and then I realized, oh my gosh, my ringer is off. I was in silent mode. Anyways, I just have one page in the home screen with apps essential for unwinding, but ever since I bought a Kindle, I never read on my phone anymore because it hurts my eyes. So I just like having these here to remind me to stop doom scrolling and instead read before going to bed. Now for the productive focus mode, I only turn this on if I want to get into that organized productive zone. So I did remove all the other distractions here so that hopefully I would feel more inspired to be creative and organize my stuff. But yeah, second page is just dedicated to like my ideation mode for my content. So I got my notes, reminders, voice recording, and the new app I downloaded, Dreamy Light, and it's just to help me with the lighting for when I film in the dark or at night, since I don't have my own cinematic lights, guys. I also have a giant Notion widget that shows my favorite pages. I don't really use Notion, but I do always use it to plan out my YouTube content. So I organize here my posting schedule and ideate my script and pegs for filming. Other than that, I also like to use it for specific lists like the media I watch, like shows and movies. And then I also use it to track my makeup that I have, and I put like little ratings on the certain products so that I never forget if I want to buy another makeup product again or if I recommend it to my friends. And then I have another page dedicated to the recipes I can cook or usual food I can buy in the grocery so I don't forget. But yeah, those are the top like 4 reasons I use Notion. And then the first page just has apps for health, fitness, and personal development, and general productivity. So I have this app called Unfavorite to help me clean up my photos because I have a lot of favorite photos and I don't really want them there all the time, so I use this to declutter that. Lastly, I also have a dedicated car mode for when I go out and drive. And the thing I'm most proud of, my favorite thing that I did here is that I automatically set it to turn on for when I plug it to my car. Made it easy to look at with the bigger app sizes when I customized the home screen, and easy to contact whoever I'm about to go out and meet. So I did put all the messaging apps I have. You can customize whoever you want to put there, so I just placed my family and my best friend. And I also have navigation apps like Safari, Waze, and Google Maps. The lock screen just has more navigation widgets to make it easier for me, so Waze, Google Chrome, and Google Maps, so that I can automatically click it. If you're interested, I did this automation using the shortcuts apps. It was super easy. First thing I did is I set an automation for when it plugs into my car, because that's how CarPlay connects to my phone, and then it immediately launches a shortcut that I made, turns on car mode, and sets the text size to extra large. And I also have another one that does just the exact opposite. So when I disconnect my phone from CarPlay, it also just brings it back to the default look of my phone. You can see I also have another automation for when the sleep focus mode starts. Separate shortcut that turns on the ringer volume all the way up. So I'm just putting like extra measures for myself to wake up in the morning. But as I said, I don't really put all the apps I have on my home screens, just the essential ones. So I have a bunch of more apps that I have in the app library to keep it clean. Go through them. So first, in the socials category, I have LinkedIn, obviously, to find a new job. Kidding. And then Viber, I usually use this when I'm collaborating with a local brand, and this is how we communicate. And then in the productivity category, I have eGov. I heard this was for government services, but yeah, I haven't really used this. And then entertainment, we have Amazon Prime and Netflix, but I rarely watch on my phone, usually on my iPad. The creativity section, we have Behance, get inspiration on design, or sometimes I would upload my projects there. And I also have Procreate Pocket, and Procreate is a painting tool I usually use on my iPad, but I also have the Pocket version for the iPhone just in case I want to add doodles. Google Photos, since I have like a 100GB storage on my Google Drive, I just sync my photos there just in case I want to journal on my iPad so that I can easily access my photos on my phone on my iPad. In the utilities, we have Sony or Sound Connect. This just controls the headphones I have. So I have the XM4 and XM5 in case I need to update the software of my headphones. And then Globe One and Smart for when I buy data for my phone and when I'm out and about. And then health and fitness, I have ClassPass, which I've been using a lot lately because I'm on the free trial mode. I just use this to get like free passes to bouldering, to spin classes, and maybe Pilates or yoga soon. I don't know. And finance, we have Vibe, just to track the points I have on my credit card. E-banks or e-wallets, I have just in case. GoTime, that's where I invest some of my money as well. And then Smile PH, this is our HMO app at work. And games, this is what I use when I'm bored in the salon. So my favorite is Wordscapes. And then the others category, I have Ayala Malls for when I have a hard time navigating to find the store I need when I'm in Ayala Malls. Okay, now stay with me. The best part of the iOS update is the customizable control center. So I divided it into 3 pages. Third one just has all the widgets related to accessibility. So flashlight, dark mode, color filters to turn on black and white, reducing the white point from when I'm doom scrolling at night. So added my own widgets that turns night shift on and off. I did this using the shortcuts app. And then widgets related to sound. So Shazam, I love using this when I'm outside and I hear a song that I don't know the lyrics to, so I just play it here. And then second page is a larger version of the connectivity widget. This allows me to change things with one click. Then the first page, I heavily customized it to my lifestyle, so everything here has a reason for its position. So on top, I just have showing whatever's playing. The second row has the utilities like alarm, calculator, notes, and low power mode. And then the lower right has what I usually use since it's more convenient for my thumb to reach for it. You get it? Easily change like focus modes, adjust the brightness and volume, and then camera and screen recording from when I'm vlogging. And then the lower left has more utilities, but this time it's for lights. So I have the flashlight, and the three here are actually customized shortcuts to open or close my LED light, my electric fan or bedside switch upstairs in my room. And then lastly, the middle portion just has more of my semi-essentials widget, orientation lock and silent mode. And then when I'm out, I can easily turn on my data and airdrop with these shortcuts. So wanted like a separate airdrop button, because if you haven't noticed, like the airdrop here is automatically or default set at contacts only. So I hate having that extra step to hold it down and change it to everyone. So this is your sign to make the most out of your shortcuts. Like guys, that's such an underrated feature of the iOS. Like you can do so many things. So for this last part of the video, I just want to quickly talk about how I actually set up my iPhone. Actually, my battery was so nice before iOS 18. Like I used to go a full day without charging. It's at 97% health capacity. About 7 months of using it, I used to charge my phone to 100% while I'm sleeping. Apple would learn my charging behavior and it would stop charging until I'm about to wake up. But ever since updating to iOS 18, my battery has been draining so fast now, so I don't use that charging method anymore. So in the settings, I changed it to only charge until 95% because I heard keeping your phone between 30 to 80% helps the battery last longer. Battery sucks. Like I would charge it twice a day now. Before, I would never charge it until I need to go to sleep. But to help the battery last longer, I also turned off my background app refresh, so that prevents apps from running in the background. So I get to save battery and prevent it from overheating. Anyways, accessibility. The Pro Max is huge. Make use of the assistive touch to make things more reachable. So I keep my menu pretty simple. Number one, to show the notification center so that I don't have to slide all the way up. Also added buttons to unlock my rotation and lock my screen, and then screenshot without pushing the two buttons on the side. And lastly, another one to open my control center, similar to the notification, so that I don't have to slide all the way up. And another hack is that I added another shortcut to the button itself. So I double tap to screenshot or long press to open the camera. And then when I press the action button, it actually turns on the flashlight, because I did remove the flashlight from my lock screen, so I can just easily access it in any focus mode. Turned off most, if not all, of my notifications, because I swear this is the best thing I did. So I only turned them on for a few apps, maybe like only 15 out of the 40 apps I have. And even when it's turned on, I further customized it to disable the sound and badges. You know, those small red little dots on top or beside the app. I do try to reduce my screen time. Like I even have like app limits on the settings, specifically for TikTok and Instagram, because I'm addicted, but I haven't been following it lately and I always just choose to ignore it. Content creation purposes, I do need to stay online to stay on top of trends. But yeah, that's my phone. I hope you guys enjoyed and found this a bit more useful. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!